Predator Badlands review, guys. Get right to it. Action. What's going on, Alamo City Movie Talk fans? As always, I'm your host, Ryan D. aka Ryan680.
I'm Angela, the Chaldean.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. Thank you so much for making this a part of your day. You know what to do, guys. Like, share, subscribe, and let's get right to it. Angela, what are we talking about today?
We are talking about Predator Badlands. A young predator outcast from his clan finds an unlikely ally on his journey in search of the ultimate adversary.
Yep.
So Ryan, kick us off. I know one of the last Predator movies we got, technically Prey.
Yeah.
We loved it so much. It was definitely different than what we've seen before. And I was kind of piqued by this one too. You know, it's a little bit different than what we've usually gotten from Predator.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts going into this, and did this meet your expectations?
Yeah, so one of the things I'm going to say right now is that Prey should have been seen in theaters. And it's sad that it wasn't. Yes. Prey was such a great movie. It was so out of the ordinary of a regular Predator film. And this movie magic does the exact same thing. It's so different. It takes common lore and kind of puts a little twist on it, kind of puts a little of its movie magic into it. And it really takes a float here to where it makes a story of its own, not like an over rerun of a story. And I love that about this movie. Those are things I really did like. Of course, the same director directed this as well, Dan Trachtenberg. I'm sorry. And so if I'm apologize for pronouncing that totally wrong, but you know, and we knew Elle Fanning was going to be here as well. But here's the thing. This movie falls under the realm of trailers sucked. The trailers, I did not like any of the trailers. I wish I did. And I kind of was expecting an okay average film. I didn't know I was just like, oh, I just hope it's not worse than Prey. I just hope it keeps that same. But knowing that it was the same director, of course, I was just like, you know what? Okay, it's going to be a solid film, whatever. Okay. But the trailers did not hype me for the film, you know, because what are trailers? The point of a trailer is to get you hyped for a movie. Like today, we saw the Michael Jackson trailer that's coming out, the movie that's coming out, and that got me hyped for the movie. I was like, holy smokes, like it's going to get people to listen to Michael Jackson movie again. So it's going to get you hyped up, to get you hyped up into the story. It's going to get you hyped up to the lore, if you want. And in this case, the lore of Predator. Now, I know a lot of Predator fans that are hardcore Predator fans, you know, from the 80s, 90s. I don't know if they're going to like this movie because it doesn't really pay homage to that. It takes the lore, like I said already, and it just puts a little mild twist to it. And it's not even that big of a twist because if you really focus in on it, it's not that bad. But anyways, Angela, what did you think of this coming from the outside in who doesn't really like Predator movies? But you did like Prey though, right?
I did like Prey, and I think we were talking off camera where I said I think it's because Prey is the least Predator-like movie in my opinion. Yeah. And the story was so good. I have never been a fan of Predator. I didn't even like Predator versus Alien. I don't even like Alien. I don't know. It's just something about this movie. I'm not a whole super into that. I'm not sure why. I've never been. But I was pretty hopeful that this would kind of, like you say, keep the momentum of Prey. Yeah. And it really did. And I think you could argue, at least in my opinion, please don't come for me, that it could maybe be better than Prey. Yeah. Definitely a little bit more. Yeah, worthy second, you know, continuation. It's not a continuation in my sense because they don't actually ever mention it. Doesn't connect. But a continuation, like you say, it's the same director, right? So it's another story from him in the Predator universe. And I think it was really interesting, very compelling. And written by him as well. I really liked the world that we got, that he lands in. I think it was... I forgot the name, but I really liked the world, all the creatures we saw, all the floral fauna. It was really cool to see that and see how this character adapted to that and some of the allies he meets on the way. So I think it was really interesting story. I really liked the acting from both Demetrius, who played Deck, and also Elle Fanning, who's the synthetic. Demetrius,
was Predator.
He was the Predator. I thought The animation was great, superb.
Yeah.
I thought their acting was superb. The story was pretty solid. And like I said, I think I could make a pitch and make an argument that, in my opinion, at least, it could slightly be better than the last one we got, Prey. So
I would.
You could argue.
I would politely agree with that a little bit. I would say as well. The movie kind of shifts from a different perspective, if you will. Instead of the humans being hunted by a predator, it does a 360 and now predators being hunted, which is something very different that we've never seen before. And you kind of follow Deck in this alien planet, kind of to hunt these creatures, to hunt different creatures and everything. So it's very interesting to see, knowing that Predator's not the most, because usually 9 times out of 10 in all the movies, Predator's always been the most technology, the most killing humans, and nonstop, and just he's been undefeated.
Which he does have the technology. Somewhat. But again, you get the sense of like he is basically thrown into this world where literally everything's trying to kill him.
It's really flipping the formula from Predator, and it's really flipping it to where it's something unusual for Predators to really go through in a sense. And I really did love that, though. I really did love this, the way, the perspective we got in here, and also setting the alien planet as like this, just living there, and you, like you said already, kind of just adapting to your environment, if you will, and learning from it more sense.
I think it was really cool to see how it kind of, the story you kind of sympathize with the main character, Deck, the Predator, because in the previous movies,
weird,
you vote like they have always been.
We sympathize for the humans,
because the predators come and hunt them, but now you kind of have a different take. And again, I'm not the biggest Predator fan. I don't know the lore. I'm not familiar with all the ins and outs of the lore. I know this diverts from it, but I really enjoyed the story. It was a very interesting story. I think it was executed and written very well.
Grounded. It's more grounded. It's more emotional.
It is definitely a different take than we've seen. But yeah, I know it differs, but if you do have the chance, definitely check it out. Definitely give it a chance, because especially if you liked the story and the feeling and the weight behind Prey, I think audiences will like this one too. Yeah,
and you already said the stunning alien landscape, and then the imaginative of the creatures was very inventive. That's very inventive. And the creativity, like that's the thing too. Who comes up with these creature ideas? It's like, dude, you deserve a raise, because it's like there's a lot of creatures in here, and you have to really, really like go to the drawing board and kind of just figure
not just the creatures, but like the planet, like the vegetation around it also has like survival skills, like the razor sharp grass.
That was inventive.
That was crazy. So, but like stuff like that, I think that's really cool. Very, very inventive. Like you say, this planet is essentially every twist and turn, it's trying to kill you. But overall, I think it was a really solid film. I really enjoyed it. And one of the surprising things I will say was the humor. This had a lot more humor than I thought it would. And I know you are especially finicky about humor.
Well, it was carrying humor.
And it was very well placed, in my opinion. I know you kind of like it when they just kind of slap it in there. But no, I will say it was very well placed, very organic, very natural, especially between Deck and Thea's character, Elle Fanning's character. So I really think it was just really cute, and I really liked some of the creature they put. Some of the creatures have humor as well, humor scenes. But I will say it's a very, very interesting movie.
And this place is actually we would recognize it from other movies, right? It's actually New Zealand where they filmed this at. So Lord of the Rings era. Lord of the Rings.
A lot of good films are filmed over there.
A lot of great films. And also, of course, you already said it already, the highlight between the dynamic character development we see with Fanning along with the Predator. And so you get to see that a little bit more so, because I actually thought it was going to be very simple, kind of written, but it was well written to where they have a really strong development happening at that moment, and you get the bond gets stronger and stronger, and I love that. It really captivates you, it intrigues you, and it just captivates you to where like you're interested more and more and more into the story and more into these characters. But I really did like this. Visually, it's compelling. Totally, it's adventurous. It's a simple, adventurous story when you think about it, but simple along the way with creating these emotional bonds. Something very different that we've seen in all Predator movies. Something very peculiar, something very astonishing, because you don't see that at all with Predator. Like, who would have thought I'm actually getting so emotional in the Predator movie? Like,
you're rooting for him to make it out.
Yeah.
And get his goal.
And, in the way the series kind of, just hasn't always been like this. We're always like, kill the Predator, make sure it dies. And but now we are rooting for the Predator to survive in this case. And, and in order to make allies and kind of just learn from his environment, if you will. And
he's smart. He's pretty smart.
Yeah.
He's real smart.
Yeah. It's not perfect, though. I would say it's not a perfect movie, but the tone, I would say the tone is it really, really captivates you, and it's good. It's a solid movie. It's not one of the, it's not like the best Predator movie, I would say, but it definitely is up there. It definitely is up there, in my opinion. There.
I disagree. Although I will say I haven't seen all the Predator movies.
Yeah. No, I got you. Yeah. So rating 1 out of 10, 10 be the highest. So I'm going to give this rating. So I'm gonna give it a solid. I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do. I was thinking of an 8. But then I was like, oh.
I would say it's an 8 because I think
7.8 it is then for me.
Okay, good for you. I think it was a really, really cool story. The graphics, the CGI, the makeup and special effects was done so exceptionally well. I think the chemistry between Demetrius and Elle was great. I just and the creatures, there's more creatures in there that they kind of bond with. I think it had very touching scenes. Overall message was very solid, and I think it was executed very well. Like I really, really enjoyed this film. I think agree. The humor was also a very nice touch. It got the theater. We were in laughing. Really good.
I was laughing.
And like I said, it wasn't like just kind of slapped in there. No, it kind of made sense and it was organic, and it was well written. It added a lot of really good moments in there, and so I will stick with my 8.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a 7.8. A Predator hero here story on a salvage alien world where he's just trying to survive in survivalist, and he's just trying to survive and really trying to create allies, and it largely succeeds in that. I'll say that. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. Questions for you guys. What do y'all think of Predator Badlands? Let us know in the comments down below. What do y'all think of Predator Badlands? And as always, I'm your host, Ryan D. Clone Ryan 680.
I'm Angela at Ange. And don't come for me because I haven't seen the rest of the movies.
This is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. Have a good one. See you at the movies. Latest.